What would you do if you walked down your own hallway in the middle of the night and found a door that was never there before? And what if you opened it and saw your own bedroom on the other side? An exact copy with something sitting on your bed that looked exactly like you? Stay with me, because this story just happened, and whoever sent this in is terrified. And honestly, after reading it, so am I. Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is where we take people's real experiences with the paranormal and we dig into them. No fake setups, no actors, just people like you and me who ran into something they cannot explain. Tonight's account comes from someone we're going to call, just to protect them, the sender. They reached out after what they described as 3 days of escalating terror inside their own home. And I want to read you almost exactly what they wrote, because their words hit different. Let's get into it. It started 2 nights ago. The sender woke up, no alarm, no sound, just suddenly awake, and the first thing they noticed was the cold. Now, they said this wasn't normal, leave the window open cold. This was hallway cold, the kind that hits you in the chest when you step out of bed. Sharp, still, like the air itself had stopped moving. They walked out into the hallway, and that's when they saw it. A door, right there in the wall. A door that, by every law of their home, should not exist. They have lived in this place long enough to know every inch of it. And this door was not there when they went to sleep. Now, I want you to put yourself here for a second. It is 3 in the morning. You are half asleep. You are cold. And there is a door in your house that has no business being there. What do? The sender opened it. And on the other side was their bedroom. Not a similar room. Not a room that looked like theirs. Their bedroom. Same furniture. Same posters. Same pile of clothes in the corner. Same everything. Except, sitting on the bed, with its back turned, was a figure. And that figure looked exactly like them. Same hair. Same build. Same pajamas they were wearing right at that very moment. The sender slammed the door shut. Hard. They ran back to their actual bedroom, locked the door, and sat there shaking until sunrise. And when they went back to look in the morning, solid wall. No door. No handle. No seam. Nothing. Just a wall. Now here's where a lot of people might say, okay, weird dream, move on. Sleep paralysis, maybe. The brain does wild things. But that's not what happened next. The next night, the footsteps started. The sender says they were lying in bed and heard it clearly. Footsteps in the hallway. Slow, deliberate, walking right up to their bedroom door. And then, stopping. Just stopping. Right outside. No knock. No voice. Just the sound of something standing there on the other side of that door. They checked the clock. 3 a.m. on the dot. They did not open the door. Smart. But then last night was the worst one yet. They were standing in front of their bathroom mirror, just brushing their teeth, doing something totally normal, and they noticed something was off. Their reflection, it was delayed, like it was a half-second behind. And at first they thought, trick of the light, tired eyes. But then they stopped moving completely, just stood still, and their reflection smiled. They did not smile. They were standing there frozen, and their reflection, their own face in their own mirror, smiled at them. That is when they wrote to us. So what are we actually dealing with here? The sender mentioned 2 things, a mimic and a jinn. And I want to break both of those down because I think that matters. Let's start with the mimic. In paranormal and folklore tradition, a mimic is an entity that copies. It copies people. It copies spaces. It copies whatever makes it feel safe or gives it access. Some researchers in this space describe mimics as predatory, meaning they study you before they make contact. They learn your face, your voice, your habits, and they use that against you. The duplicate room is a classic mimic signature. Creating a copy of a familiar space is thought to be a lure, a way to draw you in somewhere you feel comfortable, so that whatever is waiting there can get closer. The figure sitting with its back turned, that's also consistent with older accounts. It never shows the face first, because if it showed the face, you might see that something is wrong with it. The eyes, the expression, something slightly off. It waited for the sender to get close enough. They slammed the door before that could happen. Now the jinn. The sender mentioned they live in an old area, and they feel like they may have brought something back with them, or it found a way in. This is very consistent with Islamic and Middle Eastern folklore around jinn. Jinn are not just demons in the Western horror movie sense. In traditional belief, they are beings that exist alongside us, in a parallel layer of reality. Most are neutral, some are not. And certain types of jinn are known specifically for taking the shape of people, including the people they are haunting. There is a specific type, called a qareen, which in some traditions is described as a double, a spirit attached to a specific person that mirrors them. A qareen seen out of alignment, separated from the person it's attached to, acting independently, is considered an extremely serious sign. The footsteps at 3 a.m. are also significant. In both Western paranormal research and traditional Islamic belief, the hours between 2 and 4 a.m. are considered the most spiritually active. The veil between whatever is over there and whatever is over here is thinnest. The mirror, the out-of-sync reflection, that is the detail that personally unsettles me the most. Mirrors have been considered spiritual gateways across almost every culture on Earth. Ancient Romans, West African traditions, Japanese folklore, European folk magic. The idea that a reflection is not just light bouncing off glass, but something looking back, is universal. A reflection that moves on its own is one of the oldest and most widespread signs that something has crossed over. Okay, so if you are watching this and you are going through something like this, or if you are the sender and you need actionable steps, here is what the research and tradition actually say. Number 1, do not engage with it. I know that sounds obvious, but it needs to be said. Do not speak to the reflection. Do not open that door again if it appears. Do not follow the footsteps. Entities like this, mimics, certain jinn, whatever label fits your belief system, are thought to gain power and access through engagement. Every time you interact, you are giving it more information about you. Stop feeding it. Number 2, light and salt. I know it sounds old-fashioned, but salt lines at doorways and windowsills appear in protective traditions from Europe to West Africa to indigenous American practices to Middle Eastern folk belief. It is not a coincidence that this symbol appears across cultures with no contact. Keep your lights on at night in the hallway if you can. Darkness is where this thing is comfortable. Number 3, cover your mirrors at night. Cloth, a sheet, anything. This is a practice found in Jewish tradition, in Southern American folk belief, in Victorian England. If the mirror is being used as a window, close the curtain. Number 4, if you practice a faith, use it. Ruqya for those in the Islamic tradition. Prayer for Christians. Smudging for those who follow indigenous practices. Whatever your spiritual framework is, use it intentionally and out loud. These entities, across traditions, respond to the confidence of someone claiming their space. Number 5, and this is important, tell someone in person, not online, not a text. Someone who can physically be with you. Isolation is what this thing wants. It is working on you alone in the dark. Break that pattern. To the sender, I hear you. I believe you. What you're describing is not nothing, and you are not losing your mind. Something found your hallway, and the fact that it hasn't made direct contact yet, that it keeps stopping at the door, that it turned its back in the room, tells me it is still in the testing phase. It is still learning you. Don't let it finish that lesson. Secure your space. Reach out to someone you trust in person. And please, do not open that door again. To everyone watching, if you have had an experience with a double, a mimic, a room that shouldn't exist, or a reflection that didn't behave, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video reached you at 3 a.m., don't look at your mirror. Subscribe so you never miss a real account like this one.